At this time, we ask you all to please rise for our opening prayer, to be followed by the playing of our national anthem as we honor prayer. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Saint Ignatius of Loyola, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Okay, it is time for liftoff here. Regional finals at Hyer Family Park. Osceola Warriors and Jesuit Tigers. The destination, JetBlue Park in Fort Myers. But don't forget about your connecting flight that you better make sure you get through here in the regional finals. Got to get through this best 2 of 3 series here if you want to go play at JetBlue Park. Otherwise, I guess you go the way of Spirit Airlines and you close up shop. All right, Caden Wechter going to head out to the mound to lead the Tiger defense. Familiar individual for this star-studded team. Caden Wechter, headline act on any mound in the country. He is the #2 right-handed pitcher in America, a Team USA gold medalist. 53 innings pitched, 74 strikeouts against 15 walks. He has an ERA of 1.057. First pitch strike percentage is about 2 out of 3, 67%. Holding opponents to a 155 average, sports a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and he couples that with a knee-buckling slider that is an out pitch at any level. Very likely to be on a number of draft boards, although he is in fact committed to Florida State. He'll be throwing to Brady Marshall as usual. Across the infield will be Bassesi at third, Wilson Anderson at shortstop, Jay Kirchner at second, and Griffin Bozen at first. Left to right in the outfield, Ben Burke, Cannon Murtaugh, and Mason Greco. All right, he'll be facing Ethan Futch, Max Wing, Ricky Stegbauer, Connor Daly, Aiden Dials, Blake Dubiel, Caden Phillips, Zach Spadorcia, and Andrew Wood. All right, we are ready to get this thing going, guys. Stepping up first for the Warriors to lead off this game is Ethan Futch. Ethan's going to go play his college ball after he graduates later this month down in Bradenton at State College of Florida for the Manatees down there. He is a 19-time all-tournament selection. We are working on the center field camera. Those of you that have been following all year long know it's a hit-or-miss thing with that center field camera. And senior Futch against senior Wechter into the windup, and we are underway. A swing and an empty hack, and Wechter jumps ahead. Another swing and a miss as Wechter jumps ahead 0-2 on leadoff hitter Ethan Futch, the Warrior catcher. Righty on righty. Top of the first, regional final. Fastball too tall. A ball and 2 strikes. It's hit or miss right now, Dennis. I know. Colin's working on it. Right now, it is a swing and a breezy hack, kind of a half-hearted one on that slider, and that is a sit-down pitch. Has been all season. Strikeout number 1. Max Wing, the starting shortstop, junior, 3-time all-tournament selection. And folks, again, it is so far, it's Technology 1, Colin and Doug 0 as far as the center field camera goes. Fastball, and that's over the outside edge for a strike. 1-1. That one, a little dribbler over to second base. Kirchner gobbles it up and sends it over to Bozen. Out number 2 is in the books. Okay, 2 batters, 2 outs. That's going to bring up left-handed hitting Ricky Stegbauer. Ricky, a 6-foot senior, a 14-time perfect game all-tournament selection. Ricky is pledged to FAU down in Boca Raton. Fastball sails wide, 1-0. That is a bouncing ball over in the 3-4 hole, and that's a base hit. Greco scoops it up, relays it into Kirchner, and a ground ball base hit for Stegbauer. And the Warriors have their first base hit and first base runner. It's going to bring up Connor Daly. Connor, left-handed hitting, two-time all-tournament selection, 5'11" senior. Again, be patient with us on this center field camera. We'd love to have the two-view live stream here, but, you know, technology sometimes wins out. There's a fastball that's in there. And Wechter jumps ahead of another hitter. So 10 pitches, 7 strikes so far for Caden Wechter. He spins and throws over to first base, and a good try over there, but Stegbauer back in time. Fastball off the outside edge, a ball and a strike. Wechter, the #1 right-handed pitcher in the state of Florida. He's a 12-time all-tournament selection. He's a perfect game All-American. And on and on. Stegbauer takes off. A swing and an empty hack. The throw is in time but off target. Right church, wrong pew. Stolen base on the swing and miss. And Stegbauer gets himself a base hit to get him to first and steals second. In scoring position, and the Warriors have a chance here in the top half of the first. But a ball and 2 strikes on Connor Daly. That one hit in the air, port side. Left fielder Ben Burke heads over there and dives for it and gets it in the out. Yes, he does. In foul territory right in front of the wall. Couldn't tell immediately if he had gotten it, but he comes up celebrating and the umpire calls him out. I mean, he had to cover a lot of ground to get over there. Goes airborne and horizontal, snags it, and rolls in the warning track dirt and comes up with a fist pump. Great play from Ben Burke in left field. All right, top half of the first. Warriors, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We move to the bottom half of the first inning. It is 0-0. So, batting for Jesuit. Here's who Miguel Menendez is going to send to the plate. It's going to be Ben Burke, Cannon Murtaugh, Griffin Bozen, Wilson Anderson, Bryce Bessesi, Christian Sheffield, Brady Marshall, Jay Kirchner, and Mason Greco. They will be facing Warrior sophomore lefty Leo Alvarado. He is a 6'3", 180-pound left-hander with a fastball and a breaking pitch that looks like it's got a lot of break on it. Has been an all-tournament selection in a couple of perfect game tournaments. Who's watching out there? You know I'm going to ask. Yeah, John Menendez, of course. Marjorie Fallon, let's go Tigers. Diane Fultz, the pride of Ocala. I know Bill and Patty in Okoboji in Iowa. Okoboji, Iowa. Bill and Patty. I know Griff's happy to have you guys watching. All right. Future Appalachian State Mountaineer is Ben Burke, senior, left-handed hitting, left-handed pitching, but playing left field tonight. Just made that great catch out there. He's a 28-time all-tournament selection. 295 hitter, 26 base hits, and there's a fastball right on the outside edge, and Leo Alvarado jumps ahead of Burke. Burke with 26 hits on the year. He's driven in 15 runs, stolen 12 bases. That puts him in the lead on the team in stolen bases. There's his breaking pitch that stays inside. He is tied for first in runs scored with 24 and bases on balls with 26. There's that breaking pitch, and a collective groan from the Warrior crowd, and probably with pretty good reason. That looked close. He's got a lot of break. It's like it's basically what they're now calling a sweeper, as it runs laterally side to side away from these left-handed hitters. And there he comes with a fastball that's got a lot of heat on it, and that's a called strike. Good-looking left-handed pitcher Leo Alvarado up there. A lot to like. Man, he's got a couple of years left to go. Into the windup, he slings it. And that one just off the outside edge. Good eye by Ben Burke. It did look like Futch had to kind of help it a little bit with his framing. In the major leagues, you don't need to do that anymore. For the most part, you got the ABS system. You could probably just let it hit you. All right, full count. Off the mark outside, and Burke adds to his team lead and walks. All right, so Ben Burke's on board. Cannon Murtaugh comes up. Cannon tied for the lead on the team in doubles. He is a future Virginia Cavalier. On base over 400. He's had 20 hits, scored 19 runs, driven in 12. He's walked 7 times but been hit by 13 pitches. Alvarado, the tall lefty, floats one in there. He spins right into the strike zone, called strike one. All right, if you're listening to this live stream, hop on there. Let us know where you're listening from, and let us know who you're watching. And Jerry, hey, yeah. Okay, so let's see. Sure, Jerry. Let me see here. Give us Gary and Gina Moat watching Cannon, who's batting now over in Palm Bay. I know Jerry's up in Jax, but happy to have the Moats watching the live stream. All right, Cannon Murtaugh still waiting for his first chance to swing here. The 0-1. That one popped up right side out of play, foul ball. Now Cannon goes to an 0-2 count. Alvarado kicks and delivers. It's up high. A ball and 2 strikes. So Ben Burke, who walked, he's at first base. He's the leadoff hitter. Second hitter, Cannon Murtaugh up now. Bottom of the first inning, 0-0. Sophomore Leo Alvarado, tall lefty with a lot of steam on his fastball and a sweeping breaking pitch. See how this Jesuit lineup does on a good-looking young lefty. Cannon wanted to take a hack, but pulls it back and lets it go across at the letters for ball 2. 2-2. Little bit of a breeze blowing out to right center field. Old Glory dancing a little bit around that pole. And the throw over. He's thrown over, I think that's 3 or 4 times to keep Ben Burke honest over there. And Colin Rivera is still working hard for you, folks. There is a tip ball straight back into the mask of Ethan Futch, and then I think off the shoulder of the home plate umpire. Everybody looks no worse for the wear. So a little bit of pixelation on our center field camera. We're still working on it, folks. That one runs way out. And the count goes full. So I think if you Leo Alvarado, do what got you here. You know? Settle down. I know this is a big situation to be in, but get down to where it's just you and Futch. And, you know, if they're going to get on base, make them hit their way on. It's always the cardinal rule. It is, you don't want to give them freebies. Certainly not a stacked lineup like Jesuit has year in and year out. Make them earn their way on. There is a breaking pitch that stays outside. And that's 2 base runners, both on balls. That's going to bring up Griffin Bosen. Griffin leads this team in home runs. He's got a fan base back in Iowa, and he's got a team leading 5 home runs. Leads the team with a 526 OBP. He's a future Duke Blue Devil, a 13-time perfect game All-American or All-Tournament selection, over 1,000 OPS, tied for first in number of runs scored this year with 24. And the first pitch from Alvarado, a lot of zip on that fastball. I would stick with that. Yes, he missed just outside, and he's going to get a little bit of an encouragement here from his coach. Coach comes out, look, he's got his young pitcher here who's got good stuff. He's in a big situation. I know he just probably telling him, look, reminds me of that scene from Hoosiers. You remember they go to that big arena for the state finals, and Gene Hackman gets that kid to put Ollie on his shoulders and measure, it's 10 feet to the rim from the floor. And then it's 15 feet to the free throw line. He says, you'll find these same dimensions back at our gym in Hickory. And I imagine that's the theme of that is, look, this is still 60 feet, 6 inches. It's you and Ethan Futch. Throw strikes, make them hit their way on. Okay, nobody out. Bottom of the first. Alvarado looks in. 1-0 count to Bosen. He tilts and tosses, and there's that sweeper, and that one's in there. Bosen lets it go with no strikes on him. Don't imagine he's going to offer at that. He'll give him that one. 1-1. I mean, he is just a bit outside there, 2-1. When he delivers his fastball, it is, instantly at home plate. Really, really good-looking young pitcher here. Just needs to kind of settle in, find his rhythm. 2-1. There it is, and he gets a foul ball from Griffin Bosen. Now Griffin 2-2. Again, Griffin has all year long pretty much either been the team leader or the second, or tied for team leader or in second place in just about every offensive category. On deck is Wilson Anderson, who has that same distinction. If Bosen's not first, it's usually Wilson that is, in whatever category. 2-2. That one pops straight up, port side. Third baseman Phillips under it. He makes the grab. That is out number 1. Okay, Wilson Anderson comes up. Wilson, the senior, 6'4", 205-pound senior, Mississippi State Bulldog commit. He leads the team in average, hits, triples, slugging, on-base percentage, RBIs. Tied for first in double, really. And none of that has to do with what he does on the mound as a pitcher. That's a fastball off the mark, outside edge, 1-0. Wilson, he has really come on swinging the bat. That bat he's swinging is hot as salsa on a sunburn. Especially when we get to the playoffs here. He has just been on fire. A swing and an empty hack. And it kind of looks like Alvarado after the pop out. And now a swinging strike to Anderson. Looks like he has a little bit more confidence, a little more sure of his footing here. Let's see how Wilson does with it. 1-1. That one, he calls a strike there. That one kind of between the belt and the letters, and home plate umpire says, yep, that works. 1-2. And here comes the 1-2 offering. That one called strike 3 over the inside corner. And that one got there quick. And it's going to bring up Bryce Bassesi, the future Baylor Bear. Hey, folks, if you are watching this from over in Pinellas County over there, you're an Osceola fan, jump in the live stream. Let us know who you're watching. We always like to know which of these kids have fans across the pond over there tuning in. And we'll give you a shout out. Empty count off the mark outside. And now Bassesi, the junior third baseman. It jumps up 1-0 in this count. Another lefty. So this will be another lefty on lefty. We've had Burke, Boson, and now Bassesi. That one hit on the ground to second baseman Andrew Wood. He scoops it up and slings it over. Out number 3. So Alvarado able to get out of that jam, honestly of his own creation, as it was 2 walks, but they stayed put right where they were, and the next 3 are out. Okay, bottom half of the first, no Jesuit runs, no hits, no Warrior errors, 2 Tigers left on base. We move to the top half of the second inning. 0-0 here in the regional finals, game 1. I'm Doug Politz, bringing this to you, as always, on the Jesuit live stream. Dennis got a pretty packed house here. Got a lot of people here. And Osceola has a bunch of people here. Some of those shadows are kind of stretching across the infield here. This is the time of day where you get these, the shortstop, left fielder, and third baseman kind of struggle a little bit sometimes with fly balls, line drives coming at them because they're staring right into the sunset. I keep waiting for Kenny Chesney or Luke Bryan or one of them to steal that and name their song Staring Down a Sunset. They can have it. I got another job. Pam Hersey, there you are. All right, I can carry on now. Pam Hersey dialed in. And Diane Foltz. And Jerry. All right, Jim, Don, and Kate Wechter. Okay. Y'all are getting the hang of this. Man, it doesn't take y'all long to get warmed up. We're almost done with the season. This was the 21st game. I'm just messing with y'all. All right, first batter, Aiden Dials. He lifts one foul. All right, Dials, a 6'4" senior. First baseman, and he hits one right up the middle. Can Wilson get to it? No! Scoots right over his glove, up the middle and out to center field for a leadoff single from Aiden Dials. Okay, Blake Dubiel, a 6-time all-tournament selection. He's been a tournament MVP. He's a 6'1", 225 sophomore. He's the DH tonight for the Warriors. Wechter slings it in there, called strike 1. That looked like his changeup there that gets a swinging strike 2, and Caden Wechter is in the enviable territory of an 0-2 count. Not if you're a Warrior. It is tough to get much off him when he goes to 0-2 because he can come with the 95, he can come with that slider, or he can hit you with the changeup. So let's see what he chooses. Blake Dubiel awaits. He's got an 0-2 count and a runner at first. Top of the second, game 1 of the region final. Swinging an empty hack on a changeup. And sends him back to the dugout. Caden Phillips comes up. Caden, starting third baseman. He's a 5'10" junior. has a put out already with the pop-up over at third base from Griffin Bozen. Okay, one man on. That's Aiden Dials. He singled up the middle to lead off this inning. One man out. It looked like Phillips is trying to call for a timeout, but home plate umpire does not acknowledge him. You can see those shadows. You see what I mean there. Right field's in good shape. Center field is because it's off to his side. But look at Bassesi and Burke, especially third base and left field. They're looking right into the sun. Fastball is right there. He leads him off 0-1. Wechter has a fastball that has this late life, and it just gives batters fits because it has this extra little jump to it in that last third of its flight. And there it is, called strike 2. And familiar territory for Caden, 0-2. Wechter again pledged to the Florida State Seminoles. And a swing and an empty hack, and he kind of gives himself a little pump up there. Gave up an inning starting single up the middle, but now has registered 2 strikeouts. That'll bring up Zach Spadorcha. Zach, the left fielder, a 4-time all-tournament selection. He's a junior. And there's that slider, and that's in for a strike. So now Caden's got changeup, slider, and fastball. It looks like he's got confidence throwing all of them here. He's landing each of them. That one, a slider off the mark outside. So far, Wechter, 23 pitches, 18 strikes. So he is right around home plate, not off the mark much. That one gets by Marshall, and Dials heads over. On the wild pitch. So 2 balls and a strike. So Caden, again, so highly touted. But, you know, you talk to him, such a nice, cordial, very confident, but at the same time humble young guy. Always a smile on his face, always greets you with a firm handshake. I mean, the guy's just a wonderful example for young ball players. Not only what he does out there, but just how he conducts himself. And he has this sort of steady Eddie demeanor up there. Doesn't let himself get too high nor too low. And there is a tap right back to him. He scoops it up, sends it over, and that is out number 3. Okay, after the leadoff single, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, that 1 man left on base. We go to the bottom of the second, still 0-0. DJ AF, and that stands for Austin Ford, all you Gen Zers who are thinking something else. DJ Austin Ford, he's hitting pump up the jam in between innings. I see some heads bobbing. He's even got Mike Letting bobbing his head up here. Standing room only over on the Jesuit side. There you go. See, Mike Letting has he's got this endless parade of former Jesuit players from 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. They all know him. He's been doing this since, what, 1990? He's a celebrity. All right, brings up Christian Sheffield to lead off the bottom half of the second inning for Jesuit. All right, Christian headed up to Tallahassee to play for the Florida A&M Rattlers. 11-time all-tournament selection. Yes, folks. Osceola fans that are tuned in, you'll recognize that last name. It is longtime headliner in the major leagues, Gary Sheffield's youngest son, Christian. Ball one, Alvarado misses on his 0-1 and on his empty count offering, and a swing and an empty hack from Christian. On deck is Brady Marshall. That one, inside edge. He likes that one. I think Leo has figured out home plate umpire really does like that inside corner fastball, and I'm going to guess when he gets back to the dugout, the coach says, you guys keep calling that. Because it's on you so quickly, and there's his breaking pitch, but it stayed outside. And he's looking over to the dugout. He's just not necessarily getting the pull on that, but it's still got a lot of movement. I'd stick with it if I were him. There's a fastball up at the letters, swinging strike three, and Sheffield heads back to the dugout, and Brady Marshall comes up. Now, Brady, much of the year led in average and still has a .390 average. On base, .444, OPS over 900. He's driven in 14 runs, has 32 hits, 1 home run, and has been outstanding behind the plate, too. Fastball, lefty on lefty, up and out. Ball one. So Alvarado, 30 pitches, dead even, 15 balls, 15 strikes. That one low and outside, and neither by more than an inch. 2-0. A collective groan from the Osceola Warrior crowd as I guess he missed by a little bit. Alvarado stands in and says, man, this guy's strike zone's tight as the top string on a Texas fiddle. 3-0. And that one hit in his favorite spot, which is the 3-4 hole over there, and Brady Marshall's aboard with another base hit. I think Brady's had 20 base hits in that exact spot this year. And he will get his courtesy runner, who is going to be Tyler Trombley is going to run for Brady Marshall. And that'll bring up Jay Kirchner. Sally and Bill, I gave you guys a shout out earlier, but I give you another one from Okoboji, Iowa. I love it, man. How about that? The Griffin grandparents. Jay Kirchner, senior, tied for first in stolen bases. A swing, and he gets him out on his front foot. Strike one, 0-1. Jay, when he is finished, graduates later on this month. He will be heading over to Lakeland to play for the Moccasins. Sally and Bill Phelps. All the way from Iowa. I love it. And then we got Pam Hersey up in Duluth, Minnesota. We got our folks, we got Jerry over in Jacksonville, Diane over in Ocala. We have our usuals. We got John Menendez, of course. It is a beautiful evening here. It's finally cooling off a little bit. I'll fill you in a second. 0-1. Off the mark outside, 2-0. I was moving my son, a Jesuit baseball alum from the 2019 state championship team, Henry Politz. I was moving him into his apartment in Naples, going to start law school. And man, it was high. I feel like I've been wrestling around in a wool sock. I mean, moving sofas and all that. This is wonderful up here. I got air conditioner breathing down my neck. Watching baseball now. I got 2-1, hey? Assistant AD Dennis Lopez up here with me, ever faithful at my left side. Colin Rivera in tech support. And man, Colin is just in a slugfest battle royale with that center field camera so far. I know he's working hard at this. That one popped out of play by Kirchner. Foul ball. Keep after it, Colin. I got 2-2. Five-time all-tournament selection, Jay Kirchner, has been a tournament MVP as well. Jay at second base tonight. All right, looks like shortstop is just about out of the shadows, but third base and left field, it's still in play. There goes Trombley. Ball high. The throw is on time, and it's on target, and he is out. He guns him down. He's caught stealing. Ethan Futch to Max Wing, and there's the second out of the inning. Erases Marshall's single. And here we go, full count to Kirchner, and there's that inside fastball, or inside corner fastball, and he gets him looking. And Alvarado's got himself in a groove now. No runs, one hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We move to the top of the third. It's 0-0 here in this Game 1 regional final. I got Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. It takes two. Due up Andrew Wood. Then back to the top of the order, Ethan Futch and Max Wing. All right, Andrew Wood, an 8-time all-tournament selection. My research on Perfect Game says he's a 6-foot freshman. And a big spot here. Warriors have gotten a hit and a base runner each of the first 2 innings, but neither past second base. As Wechter with 26 pitches, 20 strikes. Fastball. Too tall and too tight. Ball 1. That one off the hands onto the roof of the first base dugout. Foul ball out of play, 1-1. And that's kind of what I was talking about earlier with that late life on Wechter's fastball. There's the slider, but that one didn't have much bite to it and kind of stayed up high. Didn't get the pull on it. It's 2-1. He'll come back to it. That is a money pitch for him. And that one hit in the air to the left side is sort of fading foul, and it does by a whisker. It lands just foul of that left field line. Would have been a single. Again, that's that late life on the fastball, as that last third of its flight to home plate, it sort of jumps right onto the right-handed hitter, as it has a little bit of a dart, as they call it, arm side run into that right-handed hitter, and that's why you get a lot of these off-the-handle hits off Wechter. Fastball called, strike 3, outside corner. And we head back to the top of the order. Ethan Futch, who struck out swinging. All right, Futch, again, went down swinging his first time up, and we're going to keep on trying with that center field camera, but until Colin gives up on it. Fastball, or sorry, slider, down and away, 1-0. That one slapped into left field. There's a single, as Burke kind of has to shield the sun from his eyes so he could find it. And he scoops it up, and Ethan Futch gets himself a single. All right, 1 man out, and up steps Max Wing. He grounded out to second base his first time up. That's the 3rd single of the night so far, 1 each inning from the Warriors. Wechter, 33 pitches, 24 strikes. Fastball down low. Runner takes off. Tapped foul. He'll head back. Max Wing on the hit and run. He does get the bat on it, but it stays foul. Marshall able to kind of almost stand right under it and grab it. Okay, shortstop clearly out of the sun now, but you can see out there, left field, Ben Burke still staring right into it. And it's a ball and a strike here. Futch took off last pitch. Does not this time, and that is tapped foul left side. Besessi has it. That is strike 2. One and two, 1 man out, 1 man out, 1 man on. Throw over. Trying to get Futch to stay put over there. There goes Futch. That one hit on the ground. A diving Wilson Anderson, not able to get it. Burke's got it in left field, though, and the relay comes in, and the perfect hit and run dragged Wilson Anderson out of his usual spot at shortstop. Well, that would have been an easy out. Perfectly called by Osceola. And that moves Futch over. That's going to bring up Ricky Stegbauer. Stegbauer with a single between first and second, his first time up. Remember, he is going to be a Florida Atlantic Owl down in Boca Raton. Headed down to FAU, play for Coach Mack. 0-0. All right, we're going to get a mound visit here with runners at the corners. 1 man out. 14-time all-tournament selection Ricky Stegbauer, the senior center fielder, up at the plate, and this is the biggest threat from either team so far. All right, 260 of you watching. Okay. Pump it up. A lot of people here watching this game tonight. I love it. Ought to sell a lot of hot dogs tonight, Mike. Fastball just a little wide. Again, Stegbauer. Single to right field his first time up. Future FSU versus future FAU. Fastball a little wide, 2-0. Stegbauer has not offered yet. Top of the third, regional final. And that one tapped, starboard side, foul ball. 2-1 down that, it's down in the bullpen area down the right field line now. A little bit of a breeze headed out to right field now. The throw over to first base. Bozen back to Wechter. Just keeping Max Wing honest over there. 4 base hits, 4 singles so far for the Warriors off Caden Wechter. First time anyone's reached third base now, and that one hit in the air to center field, and that's going to bounce in front of Murtaugh. The run's going to score, and the scoreless tie is broken, courtesy of Ricky Stegbauer. And folks, that is the first run that has been scored against Jesuit in over a month. It has been since, I believe, the last game of the regular season that anyone's even scored a run yet. And Osceola has broken that and threatens to do more. As Connor Daly, who flew out on that great play by Ben Burke out in left field, his first time up, left-handed hitting Connor Daly, 0-1. He squares to bunt. Runner breaks for third. It is a foul ball. And now it's 0-2. So Connor Daly now in an 0-2 hole here. He's got Wing at second base, who's single to left field. Stegbauer at first with an RBI single to center field. A swing and an empty hack, and he sends him packing. As Wechter comes out on top of that one. And it brings up Aiden Dials. Now Aiden singled up the middle, a ground ball up the middle, his first time up. And now he's got 2 Warriors on base, first and second. And the empty count offering, that one is a little bit low, 1-0. Dials a 7-time all-tournament selection, the 6'4", 230 senior. First baseman tonight. Looking to see if they can tack on another one here and put some pressure on #1 ranked Jesuit. That one, a bouncing ball to shortstop. Wilson Anderson He grabs it and flips it underhand to Kirchner and barely gets Ricky Stegbauer. It was a bad hop on what was like a Baltimore chop as it kind of got right on top of Wilson, and he did a great job of reacting to it and still gloving it. And then once he was sure he had it, he underhands it over to Kirchner to get the force out by not much, but by enough. Okay, top of the third, one Warrior run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. We move to the bottom half of the third inning. Osceola 1, Jesuit 0. All right, due up Mason Greco. And then top of the order, Burke, Murtaugh, Boson. Mason, a 24-time all-tournament selection. Limited number of at-bats because he just cracked the lineup late in the season. Leads an average at 600. It just happens to not be many plate appearances, so the sample size isn't there. A swing and an empty hack on Alvarado's off speed, and it's 0-1. That one's in there, called strike 2 over the outside corner, and boy, that fastball gets in there quickly. Leo Alvarado, 41 pitches, 21 strikes. He thinks about it, but it's up too high, kind of up at his chin. They asked for help from the first base umpire, but yeah, that one's up high, and Greco kind of just pointed the knob at it, and that was about it. 2-2. No, 1-2. 1-2, huh? That one hit in the air to center field. Stegbauer tracks it, stands under it, grabs it. Out number 1. Okay, back to the top of the order. Future Appalachian State Mountaineer Ben Burke. He walked his first time up. He takes it down low, ball 1. Ben Burke has done an outstanding job as leadoff hitter. Sees a lot of pitches, draws a lot of walks, gets a number of base hits, steals bases. He really does a great job with this. There's a bouncing ball right at first baseman Dials, who does sort of smother it and then runs over and steps on first in time. Out number 1. Or out number 2, sorry. Okay, Cannon Murtaugh comes in. Cannon walked his first time up. Senior center fielder, future Virginia Cavalier. A swing and an empty hack on a very nice looking changeup there. And it does look like Leo Alvarado is kind of getting into his groove now. He does not look like he did in that first inning. Now he looks like he's got confidence in each of his pitches. That one, there's that inside corner fastball, and Cannon Murtaugh looks back at home plate umpire like, I think that's more inside, sir. And a swing and an empty hack on a eye-high fastball. And that is a 3-up, 3-down inning for Alvarado. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. After 3 complete, it's 1-0 Osceola. I've been waiting for this one. We got freestyle. Don't Stop the Rock. DJ AF. Okay, due up is Dubiel, Phillips, and Spadorsha. Okay, Blake Dubiel, he struck out his first time up. The 6'1", 225 sophomore. Designated hitter. He is a 6-time all-tournament selection and a 1-time tournament MVP. Almost 300 of you guys watching. And Wechter into the windup. He fired, and that one's hit high in the air and deep and way out of here to left field as Blake Dubiel takes the first pitch of the 4th inning and sends it well over the press box, which is under construction over at the football field. A no-doubter for the Warrior designated hitter. All right, it is now 2-0. Osceola. As that brings up Caden Phillips, who struck out last time. And there's all kinds of buzz in the visiting dugout and visiting bleachers now. 2-0. Squares around to bunt. Lets it go. Called strike 1. Wechter staying poised. And that one, a ground ball, backhanded by Wilson Anderson, who flips it across his body, and he gets him by an eyelash. What a play by Wilson Anderson at shortstop. Goodness, it didn't look like there was any way you'd be able to get that ball across there in time. Threw that one from shallow left field across his body. Just a phenomenal play by Wilson Anderson to get the first out of the inning. All right, Zach Spadorsha comes up. Zach grounded out. It was sort of a little tap comebacker to Wechter his first time up. That one is tapped up the middle, and Anderson goes to his left side that time, and it gets by him. Up the middle. Wilson had covered the ground but didn't come up with it, and that's a single up the middle. All right, Andrew Wood. Andrew Wood, who was called out on strikes his first time up, and the freshman second baseman ready to bunt, and he does, but bunts it foul. And after it hit his bat, it almost looked like he was not really trying to, although he was squared around, and the bat was in the strike zone. Almost sort of a half-hearted bunt. Ends up foul back here, but 0-1. Again at first base is Spadorsha after the single up the middle. 7 base hits on the night for Osceola, 1 for Jesuit. And he squares to bunt. That one's in there. Called strike. They catch him in between first and second, and he just outright steals second base. Spadorsha was sort of immediately halfway between first and second. And then just at that point just had to make a break for it. And he slides under the tag. It's 0-2, and there's 1 out, but 1 man on, and he's in scoring position. That's Spadorsha at second base after the single up the middle and the stolen base. A swing and an empty hack sends Wood back to the dugout. And now there are 2 outs. All right, Ethan Futch, the leadoff hitter. Single to left his last time up. Struck out swinging his first time up. And at the moment, certainly Osceola with the upper hand here. Top of the fourth, regional final, game one. Currently 2-0 Osceola. There's that slider, but it's down a little bit dusty. And it's a ball and no strikes. Just hit the 1 hour mark on this ball game, and it's been an exciting first hour. Futch stands in. Wechter misses with the slider, 2-0. So Wechter now 55 pitches, 40 strikes. That one bounces in there, and it's 3-0. And the 3-0. That one, no, that one's low. So a 4-pitch walk is going to bring up Max Wing. Max is 1 for 2. He has grounded out to second base and singled to left field. Two outs, 2 men on. 2-0 lead for Osceola. The slider is missing. A few of them in a row have just cut just off the plate outside. He squares and then pulls back. 2-0. Right now, Wechter, 59 pitches, 40 strikes, and 19 balls. On deck, Ricky Stegbauer, who is 2 for 2 tonight. All things considered, all other things being equal, rather, you'd rather have Stegbauer open an inning than come up with the bases loaded, or at least multiple teammates on. Two and 0. Fastball in tight, 3-0. And that one off the mark outside, and a 4-pitch walk. Okay, that brings up Ricky Stegbauer, who has singled to right and singled to center. Ricky, a future FAU Owl. And Menendez is going to come in and talk to Wechter. John and Wanda Menendez. ever faithful viewers on our live stream. You gotta love them, man. They are steady Eddie, always watching, and they got to see Miguel go out and talk to Wechter at the mound. I know they're biting their nails right now, but this is regional final baseball. This is a great, great test tonight that so far Osceola has absolutely been up to. Fastball off the mark outside from Wechter. One and 0 to Ricky Stegbauer. And Caden into the windup. He slings it, and that one's in there for a called strike one. A ball and a strike. Again, I don't know if we're going to have that center field camera for you guys or not. And we kind of keep checking in with it to see if it's up to the task. Often not. There's a slider that stays wide, 2-1. Stegbauer does not fish for it. Very disciplined hitter. That one, fastball up at the letters, and it is fouled back. And Stegbauer now facing a deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs situation here against Wechter. Bases are full. Right now, it's 2-0 Osceola. Can Wechter stop it right here? That one is a little low. Close, but Stegbauer does not pull it. And now it is full count. Top of the 4th, 2-0 Osceola. And the bases are full, and their best hitter is at the plate. Here comes the full count offering. The runners are going, and that one is bounced over to second base. Kirshner's got it, throws it over, and that is out number 3, and the side is retired. Well played by Kirshner as he had to kind of back up on it a little bit, but fields it cleanly, slings it over, and it is 2-0. All right, top of the 4th, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 3 men left on base. We now move to the bottom of the 4th in this game 1 of the regional finals. It's Osceola 2 and Jesuit 0. So sophomore lefty Leo Alvarado, 48 pitches, 26 strikes. He started the game, just, did not have his footing right away, walked the first 2 hitters, but able to keep runs off the board there, and then has just been money ever since. He's just been steady Eddie, has both his quick fastball and sweeping breaking ball both working. And sort of at this point, kind of a carefree sort of body language up there. I think he's saying, man, we got this. We're doing great. And you're facing a lineup full of future college baseball players, some of them probably professional ball players, but none of that matters right now. This game is this game. And that'll bring up Griffin Boson, who popped up to third base his first time up. Future Duke Blue Devil. That one bounces in there. Ball 1. So this coming up will be pitch number 50 from Leo. There is no activity over in the Warrior bullpen, and nor in the Jesuit. There's that sweeping breaking pitch. And that lands for a strike. Boson bailed out there. He does not like the call, but the call is a strike nonetheless, 1-1. There's that fastball, but it's down and away. It just gets there instantly, coming out of that 6'3" frame of Alvarado. A big hack from Griffin Boson, but it's fouled back into the netting, and now it's a couple of balls, couple of strikes. Wilson Anderson on deck. Off the mark outside, and the count fills. 2-0 Osceola. Now bottom of the fourth. That one, too tall, too tight, and Griffin Boson's at first base now. Like we said at the beginning of the live stream tonight, folks, that you got to earn your way down to JetBlue Park. The regional final is traditionally a great ball game. Now, this year, it's a 2 out of 3 series. All right, Wilson Anderson comes up. Wilson, a .418 hitter on the year. 38 hits, 9 doubles, 3 triples, 4 home runs. Driven in 33 runs. And the first pitch from Alvarado, off the mark outside. Wilson called out on strikes on that inside corner fastball that Alvarado has rung up, I think, 4 different Tigers on so far. That one hit on the ground hard, right at shortstop wing. Over to second base and then to first base. So they get the lead runner, Boson at second. The relay from Wood over to Dials is not in time to get Wilson. All right, after the fielder's choice, Anderson is at first, 1 out. It's going to bring up Bryce Bassesi. Bryce, the junior third baseman. He grounded out to second base his first time up. There's that fastball just outside. The throw over to first base chases Wilson back. That one gets by catcher Futch, but right back to him, and sliding into second base in time is Wilson Anderson. It came right off that carom, right into the hand of Ethan Futch, who turned and slung it, almost hit a ducking Leo Alvarado. But nevertheless, Wilson Anderson is into second base on the wild pitch. 2-0, yeah. All right, so now Bassesi has teammate Anderson in scoring position at second base. So this is the second time we've had a visit to the mound for Leo Alvarado, just the first time this inning. Everybody pats him on the back, says, "You got this, man. Doing great so far. Keep it up." All right, Bassesi enjoys a 2-0 count now. All right, Leo Alvarado, 58 pitches, equally split, 29 balls, 29 strikes. Again, across the infield, Caden Phillips at third, Max Wing at short, Andrew Wood at second and Aiden Dials at first. Behind the plate, Ethan Fudge. Alvarado checks Wilson at second. And there's that breaking pitch, and that lands. And coming out of a timeout or a mound visit to spend one in there and get a called strike on a 2-0 count in this situation. Tip your cap to him. Well done, Leo. 2-1. All right, Besessi awaits. A swing and a hefty, but an empty hack. Count evens up, 2-2. Pushing 400 of you guys watching tonight. And the 2-2. And at the last moment, Besessi pulls the trigger on what would have probably been called strike 3, and he manages to tap it foul and stays alive, 2-2. Besessi, one more year here at Jesuit and then off to Waco, Texas, play for the Baylor Bears. Again, Anderson at second base. He got on first on the fielder's choice, ground ball to shortstop, and then advanced to second on a wild pitch. One away, bottom of the fourth. Jesuit down by 2 to Osceola. And he calls him out on strike 3 on the outside corner. And that brings up Christian Sheffield. Christian, a swinging strikeout his first time up, as Leo Alvarado has just been nails every time he needed to be. The tall sophomore lefty is getting it done in a one-hit shutout so far. There goes Wilson. That is a ball, and he steals. No, he doesn't. He is caught stealing. It looked like Phillips did not have a handle on it, but he ends up catching the short hop and getting the tag all in one motion. And Wilson Anderson is caught stealing third. Bottom of the fourth, no Jesuit runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We move to the top of the fifth. It's 2-0 Osceola. All right, folks, Doug Politz here. I'm doing what I love doing, bringing these games to you. Okay, had a couple of people stop me before the game, asking my real job. Yes, I am a parathyroid surgeon at Tampa General. Thyroid surgery as well. Not a thyroid doctor, so to speak, so I wouldn't be one that would be taking care of Graves' disease or Hashimoto's or some of those things. I'm not an endocrinologist, so I don't take care of high blood sugar. Parathyroid problems are high calcium problems. So if you or someone you love has a high blood calcium, this may be you. That could be a parathyroid tumor, not cancer, but it requires an experienced surgeon, and that would be me. So I will put my social media handles into the live stream. You guys give me a follow. Some of the stuff I post is kind of entertaining. I teach little lessons about high calcium and parathyroid disease and those kinds of things. And there you go. So I made the plug. So I guess that's my that's what I get. That's the upside of being the volunteer is I can plug my practice. That one, a bouncing ball over toward Kirchner. He gloves it, gets it over there. Out one. One pitch, one out. All right, one away. Brings up Aiden Dials. Dials singled up the middle and then hit a fielder's choice to the shortstop. Fastball, that's in there for a called strike one. So less orange juice. No, you can slices it foul. No, you can drink orange juice. You can have a Tums. If you have normally functioning parathyroid glands, you can eat a cheese pizza. You can drink milk. Your parathyroid glands will sort it out. They'll work with your intestines, your kidneys, your bones to sort it all out. There's another little dribbler over to Kirchner, who scoops it up, slings it over, and that's out number two. Very solid night from Kirchner over at second base. He's been busy as a, rat in a Cheeto factory over at second base tonight. There's that slider, and that has the bite that he's looking for. And in comes a ball from the right field bullpen. Always get one or two of those a game. Up now is Blake Dubiel, who again hit the home run to left field. His last time up, he struck out his first time up. And that one off the mark inside, a ball and a strike. That one sliced down the left field line, right over third base. Oh, no, he says it's a foul ball. Oh, it looked like, the third base coach is very, very upset as he sliced one. It looked like it went over the third base bag itself, but they're going to dispute this with the home plate umpire. Third base umpire says no, it was foul, but the home plate umpire is going to get a mouthful here. A swing and an empty hack, and he tags him out. The third base coach not happy. Let's see, let me get it all clocked in here. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Okay, let me finish up with these, folks. All right, there you go. So I'll let you know what I do. I absolutely love doing this, of course, but that's my day job. So if you ever run into somebody who has a high blood calcium, get in touch with me. I'll be happy to help them. Okay, I got word from Colin that maybe we'll have the center field camera a little more reliable. I don't know. All right, Christian Sheffield gets to finish out his at-bat. Remember, there was the caught stealing at third base last time. It's bottom of the fifth now, getting to crunch time. Sheffield, a .247 hitter on the year. 22 base hits, 5 doubles, a triple and a home run as well. He's driven in 14 runs this year. The senior designated hitter, and there is that sweeping breaking pitch. No, I guess that's a little low. Looked pretty good. 64 pitches now for Leo Alvarado. There is that fastball right over the inside edge, a swinging strike one. A swing and an empty hack from Sheffield, 1-2. That one a foul ball. I think Christian was trying to call timeout there. I think that's what he was telling the umpires. I tried to call timeout, and you didn't give it to me. That one sliced foul, starboard side into the bank parking lot. And now 68 pitches for Alvarado, who again has done a whale of a job tonight. Bottom of the fifth, scoreless, giving up 1 hit. And there's a breaking pitch. A collective groan from the Warrior faithful, but that one stayed a little bit outside. Close enough to get a groan, but I don't think close enough to get the call. 2-2. All right, Sheffield steps out and back in, and Alvarado's ready to go. Here we go. A swing and an empty hack on a high fastball. And that's going to bring up Brady Marshall with 1 out. Brady has the only Jesuit hit so far, and that's a ground ball single to right field. Jesuit Tigers going to need some base runners if they're going to come back from 2 runs down here. That one off the outside edge, 1-0. 71 pitches now for Alvarado. No activity over in the Osceola bullpen. I don't blame him. Throwing a 1-hit shutout here. And if you can keep this up and you can hang on and win and win one of the 2 tomorrow, or just one tomorrow, you got plenty of time to rest. So I agree with their coach here. Let this kid keep going. That one, a nubber up the middle. It is gobbled up by Wood and over to first. Gets the ground out. As the bats for Jesuit have not arrived tonight. Jay Kirchner comes up. Kirchner, again, headed over to Lakeland to play for the Moccasins at Florida Southern when he finishes up here. It is, let's see, bottom of the fifth, 2 outs. And Kirchner, his first time up, called out on strikes. That one drops into the dirt right at his feet for ball 1. That one popped straight up. First baseman Dials is under it, but now he heads back toward the field of play, and it drifts back toward the field of play and falls fair. And Kirchner scurries over to second base. It happens all the time here. The third baseman or first baseman is under it in foul territory, and then it just drifts back toward the field of play, and they kind of lose track of it, and it falls in for what now is a double here for Jay Kirchner. All right, brings up Mason Greco. All right. 2 men away. 2-run deficit. And you got sophomore on sophomore here. Alvarado for the Warriors. Greco for the Tigers. Alvarado, 75 pitches now. And Mason Greco has been a hot-hitting sophomore these last few weeks. See if he's got a clutch base hit in the tank here. Empty count. And there's that sweeping breaking pitch, and he tracked it well and taps it foul. There is a swinging strike, too. And Tigers have had no luck getting the barrel of the bat on the Alvarado fastball, particularly inside to right-handers. A long look in from the stretch, comes set at the belt, kicks and delivers, and that is fouled back by Mason Greco. 24-time all-tournament selection. He's had 2 doubles. He's had a triple. He's had a home run. He scored 10 runs. And the count stands at 0-2 at this point. Kirchner at second. That one off the mark. Off the outside edge. 1 ball. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So as a running fastball there, it just sort of tailed off the outside edge. And Greco awaits. That one called strike 3. That same inside corner pitch. And it is copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. That particular pitch all night long. Bottom of the 5th, no Jesuit runs. 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. We now move to the top of the 6th. Osceola Warriors 2, Jesuit Tigers 0. And Wechter heads out. Wechter, 75 pitches, 50 strikes, 25 balls. So one last public service announcement. Yes, parathyroid disease for a century has been thought of as bones and stones because it elevates your blood calcium by stealing calcium out of your bones. That produces the osteoporosis. And then all that extra calcium goes to your kidneys and forms kidney stones. Those are easily measurable things. But what happens is a lot of the sort of brain fog symptoms happen. People become tired, forgetful, achy, crabby, and depressed. All the husbands out there saying, that's my wife. All the wives out there saying, that's my husband. Okay, back to the action. Caden Phillips comes up. He has struck out and grounded out to shortstop on that circus play by Wilson Anderson earlier, where he threw it across his body to get him by an eyelash. All right, Wechter sets, heads into the windup, and slings it, and it's fouled straight back. There is, like I said, no activity in the Jesuit bullpen. It does look like someone's headed out to the Warrior bullpen. Not with any urgency, just kind of sort of a stroll out there right now with the bullpen catcher. There's a fastball that's in for a strike. 0-2. All right, looks like our center field camera is back into the rotation here. A swing and an empty hack from Wechter. And that's going to bring up Zach Spadorsha. Wechter with 8 strikeouts so far. A problem is Jesuit has 0 runs. Spadorsha grounded out back to Wechter and then singled up the middle. That is a little outside, 1-0. Wechter with 79 pitches so far. That one hit in the air to right field. Looks like it's angling foul. Greco over there and not able to get it as he runs right into the fence and kind of braces himself. Certainly does not injure himself, thankfully. And then he walks over, gathers up the ball, and sends it in to Kirchner. A good effort from Greco out there, but would have been a Superman effort to catch up to that one and glove it. Okay, 1-1. That one sort of off the handle over to Kirchner. He gets it. He slings it over in time and on target. And Kirchner, he has just been outstanding at second base tonight. As sure-handed as can be. Two away. Andrew Wood comes up. He has been a victim of strikeout called and swinging. And he gets a swinging strike 1. Swinging strike 2 on a high fastball. Swinging strike 3. And there was a lot of juice on that fastball. Just 3 in a row and just sends him back to the dugout. Okay. In the top of the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We move to the bottom of the 6th. It's Osceola 2, Jesuit 0. Alvarado with 7 strikeouts so far tonight. He's thrown 80 pitches. And, I mean, no question, if this holds, he is the MVP of tonight's game. Okay, Ben Burke comes up. He has walked, and he has grounded out to first base. We're pushing 500 viewers tonight. Love it, folks. Ball 1 to Burke. A beautiful, clear evening here tonight. And it has been a pitcher's duel, and the difference has been, there's a called strike. The difference has really been a home run from Dubiel off Wechter, And Stegbauer with an RBI single off Wechter. Those are the 2 runs. That one hit in the air to the left side. Is it going to stay fair? It does not, but sliding to grab it is Spadorcia as he slides into foul territory and gets the fly out to left field. A great play by Zach Spadorcia. One away. Cannon Murtaugh comes up. And the other difference is, of course, Leo Alvarado. A phenomenal effort from him so far tonight. Up too tall. His fastball in the inside corner has absolutely been a difference maker all night. At least 5 called strikeouts on that fastball inside corner to right-handers. Oh, that one went behind Cannon Murtaugh as he almost got his 14th hit by pitch of the season. It has been target practice on Cannon Murtaugh all year. I think the Warrior fans are saying, no, he swung at that. I didn't appreciate that. I didn't know whether it hit him or went behind him was the question in my mind, but I think they were thinking he went around. He did not go for that one. 3-0. So there's 1 man away, and Leo Alvarado is at 86 pitches now. Called strike on a 3-0 count. A swing and an empty hack up at the chin area there. It probably looked really big to Cannon Murtaugh, but nobody so far tonight has been able to catch up to that. See if he goes to the same spot. That one off the outside edge, and Murtaugh is aboard. Okay, Griffin Bosen comes up. And Griffin Bosen has popped out to third base and walked. Cannon Murtaugh at first, 1 man out. Bottom of the 6th inning, it is crunch time for Jesuit. Need to move this runner around. That one, I think a changeup, or maybe just a fastball low. Couldn't tell from where I'm sitting. Okay, 1-0. Griffin Bosen, the junior, first baseman, 13-time all-tournament selection. And the throw over to Murtaugh, to Dials, to push Murtaugh back to first base. 1-0. 90 pitches at this point for Alvarado. That is a called strike on that same spot all night. This is not a break in the pattern. I mean, if you threw every pitch right there tonight, I think every one of them has been called a strike. And the 1-1. A swing and an empty hack from Bosen. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck, Wilson Anderson. That one bounces right past Ethan Futch, and the wild pitch will escort Cannon Murtaugh to second base. Okay. Bozen with an RBI opportunity here. This will be pitch number 94 for Leo Alvarado. As Bozen, the 6'5" first baseman, awaits. That one tapped foul, starboard side over into the visiting dugout. Whew. It is high tension here, folks. 2 balls, 2 strikes, man at second, who happens to be number 2, Cannon Murtaugh. And that one hit on the ground to the shortstop. He gets it, and he slings it across and gets Bozen out, but moves Murtaugh to third. All right, Wilson Anderson. Now are we going to see, is that going to do it for Leo Alvarado? It looks like it is. Leo gets a hug from his coach and gets a standing ovation from the Warrior faithful, and he absolutely deserves that. This kid has been outstanding tonight. Has given up 2 hits, no runs in what has been 5 2/3 innings. He has struck out 7, walking 4. Who's coming in? Okay, looks like center fielder Ricky Stegbauer is going to come in from center field to relieve him. And do we see who went to center? Okay. Looks like Dubiel heads out to center field. And Ricky Stegbauer, who has done it with the bat tonight, is now going to take the mound. The 14-time All-Tournament selection and the future FAU Owl. As Ricky, left-handed hitter, but right-handed pitcher. A lot of pep on that fastball. He will face Wilson Anderson. I think these 2 guys know each other from the travel ball circuit. Never have they faced each other in this high stakes a situation, I would believe. A regional final, game 1. Wilson Anderson has struck out and hit a ground ball to shortstop that was a fielder's choice. Wilson, of course, a 2-time perfect game tournament MVP, a former Team USA player, 22-time All-Tournament selection, Tournament All-American. I mean, he's sort of done it all, and has done it on the mound and in the batter's box for Jesuit all year long. And if ever his Tiger teammates needed him, it's right now. Murtaugh at third. Murtaugh walked, moved over to second on the wild pitch, and then Bozen advanced him to third on the ground ball to shortstop. Yes, there is a pitch count in high school. There is a point at which I think it's 105 pitches, but I think that their coach probably had sort of circled that at bat as maybe his final one. I don't know. Anyway, Stegbauer versus Anderson, and he lands a slider for called strike 1 to Wilson. Anderson versus Stegbauer. Bottom of the 6th inning here. A swing and an empty hack on a high fastball. You will see this matchup in the other direction tomorrow for sure, as Wilson will be on the mound for Jesuit, I'm sure. And Stegbauer, of course, will be hitting up at the top of the lineup for the Warriors. 0-2. And he takes one in the middle of the back and advances on the hit by pitch now. And Stegbauer sort of shakes his head like, goodness gracious. I had him 0-2. All right, runners at the corners, and now Bryce Bassesi comes up. And Bassesi is 0 for 2 tonight. He has grounded out to second base, and then he has been called out on strikes. Two men out, 2 men on, 2-run deficit. There's that breaking pitch, and it's got a nice sharp break to it, and it lands over the outside edge for called strike 1. Stegbauer has a good slider and a lot of smoke on his fastball. So mixing those two up is certainly going to be the strategy here, as it seems to have good command of both. That one swung on by Bassesi, but fouled into the pond over here on the port side, over the Jesuit dugout down so between here and the school buildings over there. 0-2. Now, are we to 500 of you guys yet? Absolutely. Over 500. I love it. And the 0-2. Off the mark outside. I'm sure everybody in the Jesuit dugout was holding their breath, but that one was clearly well outside. That wasn't that outside corner one. But if I were advising the hitters, don't let that outside corner pitch go. It's going to get called. 1-2. Nope. Tries the spinner, but it stays wide. 2-2. All right, Ricky Stegbauer now 7 pitches into his relief outing of Leo Alvarado, and he has 4 strikes, 3 balls. Anderson at first after the walk. Murtaugh at third. That one hit on the ground into right field between first and second. That's going to score Murtaugh, and Jesuits on the board, and the inning stays alive. RBI single from Bryce Bassesi with 2 strikes. And that is a clutch piece of hitting there, folks. Advances Anderson to second and brings up Christian Sheffield. All right, so Ricky Stegbauer now will, of course, work from the stretch here. He'll be facing Christian Sheffield, future Florida A&M Rattler. Sheffield has been a victim of swinging strikeouts both times up tonight. A 2-1 game now with 2 Tigers aboard, bottom of the 6th, but 2 men out. And Sheffield calls time. Stegbauer, a stallion in center field, a heck of a tough out as a left-handed hitter, and now has shown his chops on the mound, but is in a tough spot here, needs an out to get out of this threat. There's that, he's thrown that breaking pitch, that slider, to lead off every hitter. It's got a sharp break, and he's got a great feel for it as it lands for strike 1 again. 0-1. On deck, Brady Marshall. That is the same pitch and same result. Taken, strike two. A swing and an empty hack on the same pitch. All right, bottom of the sixth, one Jesuit run, one Jesuit hit. No errors from the Warriors and two men left on base. We head to the top of the seventh inning. It is 2-1 Osceola. We have a scoreboard malfunction here. Something happened to the scoreboard and it's gone haywire out there, and Letting is working on it now. So I'll just tell you, right now it's 2-1 Osceola. Here, Austin, come take a picture of this and he'll give you the whole run. All right, Ethan Futch. Ethan Futch has struck out, singled, and walked. Fourth time up. That one hit high in the air to left field. But under it, at the foul line, is Ben Burke. It sort of got hung up. It looked off the bat like that might be trouble, but Burke scampers over to it, stands under it, and gets it. One swing, one out. All right, brings up Max Wing. And Wing has grounded out to second, singled to left, and walked. And that one is a little dribbler over there. That's trouble. Boson off first to get it, but covering is Wechter. Well done. Two pitches, two outs. That is as efficient as it gets. Caden Wechter, 86 pitches. That's going to bring up Ricky Stegbauer. He has single to center, single to right, and grounded out to second base. And Stegbauer awaits. Fastball inside, ball one. Wechter, 87 pitches, 60 strikes. A swing and an empty hack. It was 0-0 in the second. That's a fastball too tall. You want a picture of the whole line? You got it, okay. That's a changeup down low. They had one in the third and one in the fourth. That was it. A swing and an empty hack. And the count now fills up. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Stegbauer, who has proven to be the toughest out in this lineup. And he pretty much does it all. The field, the mound, the batter's box. He's a bright future from this guy. And in comes a ball from the bullpen as Wechter steps off. Wechter with 91 pitches so far here in the top half of the 7th inning. He's got a full count, 2 outs, but a 1-run deficit right now. The bases are clean. Stegbauer awaits. And that is fouled away. That one popped foul, and he continues to be a tough out. I mean, you kind of empty the tank on the guy, and he just keeps fouling it off. That one hit, kind of fisted over toward second base. Kirchner scoops it up and sends it over to Griffin to retire the side. Boy, has he been good over there today. So it's 7 hits to 3 if you need it. And there are no errors on either side. All right, so now you got a new pitcher in. What number is he, Austin? I can't tell what number. Is that number 3 pitching? I can't tell, Austin. I can't tell. Sorry, folks, I can't tell who's on the mound. Can you tell, Mike? Is it number 8? All right, number 8, Caden Phillips. And it looks like Stegbauer went out to center field, and Dubiel went to left. All right, looks up. That's going to bring up Brady Marshall, who has singled to right and grounded out to second base. And so Caden Phillips, and so somebody, I think that may be, can't tell who's at third right now. Maybe that's Stegbauer that went to third. I can't tell, folks, sorry. Can't always tell the numbers on these guys when they have dark jerseys like this and numbers that are not bright. That one is tapped up the middle. It's gloved over there, but thrown high, and he does get the catch. Holy cow, what a play and a stretch. I mean, Wing went over, made the play on what was a Baltimore chop, and boy, Marshall runs well too. Great defensive play, wow. And he sort of ice cream coned it at first base, did Aiden Dials. Great play. That's going to bring up Jay Kirchner. Kirchner has doubled. Well, he struck out and then he doubled on that pop-up that was not played effectively by the first baseman and sort of landed fair while he kept running all the way to second base. And he ended up stalling there. So 1-0. Phillips into the windup. Off the mark outside, 2-0. Jesuit down 2-1 and needing a base runner right now. It is the top half or bottom half of the 7th inning in game 1 of this regional final. That one hit in the air to left center field. Going after it, but not able to catch up to it is Dubiel. And Kirchner rounds first, screaming around second base, and he heads into third and is cut down. on the relay throw from Max King. Holy cow, what a play. I mean, a line drive into left center field, a sure double, but he is cut down trying to stretch it. And that brings up Mason Greco with 2 outs, bottom of the 7th now. Too tall, ball 1. He has flown out to center field and been called out on strikes. 1-0. Fastball is too tall and too wide. 2-0. After Greco, we go back to Ben Burke. If Greco keeps this thing going. That one hit in exactly the same place, but that one is sort of short hopped by Dubiel out there. Keeps it in front of him and limits it to a single. Not hit quite as sharply or as much in the gap, but off the bat looked like the same exact hit. And this thing, Mason Greco keeps it alive. And now Ben Burke comes up. He has walked, he has grounded out, and then he has flown out down that left field line on that great diving play. Sort of sliding play earlier. There are 2 outs. And in the bottom of the 7th inning, a 1-run deficit. And that one hit in the air to center field, and it is caught. And the game is over. The Osceola Warriors have come into Hyer Family Park and chalked up a victory in Game 1 of this regional final on a yeoman's effort from Leo Alvarado, a home run from Blake Dubiel, and sort of an all-around performance from Ricky Stegbauer, as Jesuit will now have to take back-to-back games tomorrow in order to make it to JetBlue Park, as Osceola definitely has the upper hand now. The Warriors win with 2 runs on 7 hits and commit no errors. They leave 7 on base. Jesuit 1 run on 5 hits, no errors, and they leave 6. That is going to do it, folks. I will be here tomorrow, God willing, to bring you 1, maybe 2 tomorrow. And we see the game throw the center camera away. Oh. Okay, well, you got to get my voice painting the picture for you, I guess, guys. All right, great bringing this one to you. This was a very exciting one, guys, but a 2-1 loss for Jesuit, and it will have to be a doubleheader victory tomorrow. See you then. 1 o'clock tomorrow, guys. Bye-bye.